Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I hope that you are having a good start to the week. So, I had a little bit of an epiphany over the weekend as I was finding myself complaining and getting frustrated with my family who I wanted to be quarantined from this weekend. I realized a lot of the frustrations that I was feeling were things that I have complete control over. I really took an opportunity Sunday and a little bit of Monday to just kind of step back and reflect over, the last few months. And I feel like, at least for me, this has been an incredible opportunity for growth, for development. And although I know it's been a very, very challenging time for a lot of people globally, I have come up with three things that I have recognized that I really, they're big takeaways for me. And so the first thing that I have recognized is that pre-coronavirus, I have spent years, like maybe the last 2 to 5 years, just in this constant state of stress, constantly rushing, always being in a hurry. And I think I believed that this was me, performing at my optimum, highest self. And now that I've been forced to, like all of us, to step back for a little bit and not rush anywhere, I'm really, really learning to appreciate the calm. I do have to say I am having a current challenge maybe in the last couple weeks, and I'm going to find a way through this, and if you have tips, I'd love to hear them. And that is, how to be a high performer without having hurry, rush, stress, anxiety, right? So how do you balance the two? So that is my first big takeaway from what is happening, what we've all been forced to go through with lockdown and changes in how we work. I'm looking, constantly seeking the good. Doesn't mean I don't get frustrated and have moments of, whatever, irritation with people and myself. That's the biggest thing. So the first takeaway for me is really that I don't want to return in the future to a life where I am operating at 110%, constantly stressed, constantly rushed. There's got to be a better way. So that's my first takeaway. My second takeaway, I was reading, it has to do with savings, it has to do with money. I was reading this article over the weekend, and this woman was saying, oh, I canceled my gym membership and I'm saving $1,000 a year. And I was like, well, as a fitness professional, I'm not sure that I want to tell everyone to cancel their gym membership. I'm actually pretty sure I don't want you to, because, I know, as many of you know, that being active, and especially being consistently active and exercising in whatever shape or form that might take for you, actually helps you to, with things like depression, boosting your immune system and your immune response and digestion. I mean, there's so many benefits to exercise. It's crazy. So I started writing down all of the things that I am either spending less money on or no money on. First thing was gas, right? I mean, most of us are probably driving less. I'm driving significantly less. I wasn't really driving that much before, but it's definitely less now. And if we add up all 4 members of our family, myself, my husband, and our 2 children who drive, and look at how all of us have decreased how much we drive, how often we're filling up the gas tank, wow. It's amazing to look at that. The other thing is personal services. I have discovered I can file my own nails. Definitely need to get a pedicure soon, not so much for the paint, but just keeping my nails trimmed and straight so that I don't end up, I have a toe that's turning black from running. It hits the end of my shoe. And I have a little toe cap thing that I put on it when I remember to put it on. But someone needs to to clean up my toes soon. And just stuff, like I need to go get, this is an example of something I do, is I need to go to Target to get some dish soap, and I come back with $120 of other stuff that I forgot I needed. I do have to say Amazon is here pretty much every day, but I still think that I'm buying less stuff. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that I'm not going places. Like, oh, I need a new dress to go meet my girlfriends. Yeah, no, that's not happening. So I think that if I look at overall savings or less spending or less frivolous spending, it's definitely gone down a bit. So that's my second takeaway. And things that I do want to continue to be cognizant about what I'm bringing into the household. So I'll give you an example. I did a post last week asking for some feedback from my Facebook friends on, eco-friendly websites, ways to reduce waste. I've been very, very aware for the last few years about how much plastic we bring into our home, and I'm just looking to reduce the amount of excess. And I don't think we're very excessive people, but still, there are things that come into this house that we probably don't need. So that's my second takeaway. It's not just financial savings, it's, I guess, kind of decluttering a bit, So then my third thing, this was actually a complete shock to me as far as a takeaway, and something I'm actually going to keep in my life in the future. And that is solo workouts. So I've discovered over the last 20 years as a fitness professional, there seem to be people who just love to work out by themselves, like that's their thing, that's their time. And then there's people who are like me. Like, I work out because I'm showing up to teach a class. I work out because I'm meeting a girlfriend at a class. I work out because I'm meeting a client for a run, right? I need that accountability. Like, I love being a part of a team or meeting other people and having that accountability so that I can't flake on that workout because, I just want another half an hour of sleep. So this has taken some time for me over the last few months to embrace solo workouts. So I found a couple things that work for me. One is there's a bike path that we have here in town that before March I had never been on. Now I go, I would say about twice a week to this trail. It's a legacy trail if you live near here. And there are no cars, and when I go by myself, I put one earbud in. I can still hear out of the other side. And I listen to one of my audiobooks, or I listen to a podcast. And same thing yesterday, I went for a bridge run. And I have to tell you, this time by myself to listen to 45 to 90 minutes of a inspiring podcast or audiobook has been wonderful. So those are my top 3 takeaways. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below, or feel free to private message me. What is one takeaway or one thing that you want to keep in your life or maybe in your routine? So something that was not a part of your life prior to March that maybe now you've realized is a part of your life, and you know what? It's not such a bad thing. So let me know what your one takeaway is, and I hope you guys have a healthy and safe week. I'll see you soon.